everybody? It is March 1st, 2016, and approximately 2:10 p.m. I was getting on the bus on the J line leaving the silo, in which I was a victim of a pretty brutal hate crime. Um, so I got on the bus, was watching this movie, and this elderly black man got on the bus, and you could tell he was a little drunk from the looks of his clothes. Not to judge, he might have been homeless, but he had those descriptions. A couple seconds on the bus, he's arguing with the bus driver where they're going to drive, and then he looks at me and he says, "All niggas are going to die." And me being myself, I wasn't really in the mood to hear it, so I just kind of wrote him off and just said, "Well, he is who he is. I know who I am." And then he just said, he goes, "That's why Donald Trump is king." And I just said, "Trump is king?" He goes, "Yeah, Trump is king." And I just said, "He may be king of your world." He goes, "He's king of your world too, nigga." And he goes, "You and me, we're all gonna die." He goes, "I hate niggas. I'm from Stanford. I'm a civilized nigga." And then the whole time in the back, he sat down and just goes, "Trump, Trump, 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 Trump." And I'm sitting in the front of the bus. He's sitting in the back of the bus. We're driving. The bus driver didn't ask to leave. Nobody said anything. And then about 15 seconds later, he just says, "You nigga, nigger, nigga, nigger, you nothing but a nigga." Starts flipping me off. "You're a bitch. You're a bitch. I hate niggas. I'm from Stanford. I'm civilized. That's why you're gonna die. That's why you're not shit. You're a fuck nigga. Fuck nigga. Fuck nigga." As I'm sitting there taking this all in, I'm trying to just tune him out. But as much as I believe that I wasn't that, I couldn't help myself but to believe that this is a reality that I live in. I did nothing to warrant that response from anybody, and I got it. And he made it. He said his point. It's this day and age. There's nothing you can do. This is inevitable, nigga. And then starts calling me a bitch some more. And the hardest thing about this was not the fact that he was saying these things and he was a black man. I understand he had a lot of hate in his heart. The hardest part was looking on this bus and seeing 9 other faces look forward as if nothing happened. Nobody said anything. Nobody stood up for me. All I could do was stand strong, guard my heart, hopefully not harden it, and stand up for myself, because in actuality, that's all I have is myself. Being the Christian I am, I decided, you know what? I'll pray. So instead of praying for God, I just prayed for somebody to help me. I prayed for somebody to stand up, because I'm in this vulnerable place where I'm being tagged in every essence of who I am, a sore that I have yet to really deal with. And I'm praying for him that he stops. I'm praying, where's God in this space? God, please come to this space. Please pray for my heart, pray for his, and most importantly, pray for somebody to stand up and have some courage to say something. If somebody would have just simply said, "We don't condone this," that's all I needed. 3 minutes goes by. We're leaving. We're passing Trader Joe's on Anderson, and he starts looking at me, and he starts talking to people on the bus, saying, "Nothing's wrong with you," to this Asian fellow. "Nothing's wrong with you," to this perceived Asian bus driver. He goes, "Y'all are okay. It's just him. Fuck him. Fuck nigga. Fuck him." And it was in my face. And still nobody said anything. Everybody else was validated for what they are on the bus. And nobody said anything. 2 minutes later, we are passing the church on Anderson, and we stop. And the bus driver finally says, "Sir," and he's yelling Trump the whole time. And then there's moments where he's silent. And the bus driver finally says, "Sir, if you continue, I'm going to have to ask you to leave." She should have asked him to leave when he started this. However, she said asked him to leave. It didn't happen. And then it took the fact that I'm sitting there and nobody defended me. So I had to stand and muster the courage to defend myself. I prayed to God. I said, God, please give me strength to say this. It grows silent. He sits on the bus and he says, Trump. And then it goes silent for a couple more seconds. And I just look and I say, I want to address everybody. I turn around and say, I want to address everybody on the bus. I'm sitting by the driver in the front. I said, if we continue to sit here and be silent in the face of these atrocities, this will continue to happen. You see the blatant disrespect that it is to me. You see the threats that I'm going through that I didn't warrant. And if you continue to sit there and be silent, you're just as much just solidifying what he's saying. And if you continue to be silent, God help you. Because there's people like me that have to bear the face of this. So I just pray that you stand up and you say something in the face of these atrocities. I didn't call the cops. I would turn to my camera and I turn to you. What can the cops do? They can find the guy, I can file a report, we can have a rally. Or I can tell you, this is not okay. Diffusing responsibility in silence is not okay. I know what I am, luckily. Thank God. If I didn't, that'd be a very hard position on the bus, and I'd feel alone. I was so disappointed in humanity for not saying anything. But this has happened historically. And this is the time in which there are a lot of Trump supporters. There are a lot of racial tensions coming up in America in which this is okay. And that a leader who is condoning this message is signifying that this is okay. So if you continue to sit there silent on the bus, Lord, help you. Because I should not have to carry the burden of my scars being ripped up and the burden of me to have to tell you to not be silent and to protect me. I understand the intersectionality between male and female. But there comes to a point where you got to take a stand. Uncomfortability is no longer an excuse. I just show love and generosity. That's all I did. I didn't condone him. I didn't say fuck him back. I just said, man, no matter what you do, I love you. And I don't have this hate for you. And I prayed for him. I didn't fight. I didn't throw my fists in the air. And I just addressed the bus saying, if you continue to be silent, this will continue to happen. And individuals like me will continue to be tormented at a rate that is going to be unprecedented in the upcoming years. I don't know if this video will even do anything, but it's just my way of expressing the disappointment that I just had for humanity, that I try so much to uphold and protect and give them the grace when they couldn't even stand up for me.